And what's going on, everybody? This is Andrew Darling, and this is day 2 of my 30-day challenge with the HTC One. And what I'm going to go over today, I'm just going to cover the build, the battery life, the stock HTC launcher, as well as some quirks I didn't like, and then talk about what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to try to keep these videos kind of short. Some of my Note 8 ones got kind of long. So the build. The build is the first thing I want to talk about. This is the first phone that I've seen that has been almost unanimously just raved about the build quality and comparing it to an iPhone and just being the high quality phone that's out there. Right now, it is, in my opinion, the best feeling Android phone in the hand. Doesn't make it perfect. It is just the best feeling. The single piece of aluminum that they somehow water laser cut, from one piece, and that's crazy to me anyway. But it's an awesome phone. It's very, very, very well built. It feels very solid in the hand. It's not quite as wide as the Galaxy S4, but it just feels much better in the hand than the Galaxy S4. Like I said, it doesn't make it perfect. It doesn't without its flaws. And the first flaw I do want to talk about is battery life. I want to give it a couple more days before I totally give up on the battery life. But I just got a notification. I am at 9%. It's not going to want to read the screen, but it says I'm at 9% remaining. It's just not good, folks. I've already had it on the charger for an hour and a half today. I do leave Wi-Fi on and GPS on at all times. I've done that with my phone since the Galaxy Nexus. So for those of you that had a Galaxy Nexus, imagine how terrible my battery life was there. But I do it on the S4 that I have for my business line now. I did it on the Note 8 when I was using that for a challenge. And the S4, I have never not made it through a day. And by a day, I mean 6:30 a.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. 14, 16 hours. There hasn't been a day I haven't, almost 5 hours of screen on time I've had in one day on my Galaxy S4. This won't give me screen on time. It won't tell me what the screen is taking up at all. So that's one drawback. The battery life has not been very good for me. The HTC launcher, I wanted to last more than 2 days on it. I did. I just couldn't. There are some quirks, like if you're in the app drawer and you press the back button, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't take you out of the app drawer. You're still in the app drawer. You have to press the home button to get out of the app drawer or select an app. Those are your choices. The adding widgets, they're not in the app drawer. So there is not a separate group of icons for the widgets. They're just not there. You have to go to a home screen, press and hold, circa Android 2.3 to add widgets. It's a feature that I like in some launchers, to include Nova Launcher, but it's just it's got to be easier than that. And when you do add widgets, when you press and hold, and it gives you the option on the stock build, what it does is it forces you. See if I can get to it real quick, and I'll show you. It forces you to add it through. And let me get to it real quick. Here, I'll go to a blank page that I have. All right. So if you're here and you press and hold, it forces you to push them up here. Now you have the choice here. You can go to apps, widgets, apps, or shortcuts. Those are your choices. Okay. And it might not focus perfectly, but that's okay. Widgets, apps, or shortcuts. All right. If you go into widgets, well, now you have to go through here and scroll up and scroll up and scroll up and then drag and push to one of the other screens. It's just easier to have more screen real estate, to have more everything that you get in more of a stock build or in something like Nova Launcher, which is what I finally put on it, was Nova Launcher. And just adding stuff and taking it to and from the home screen is just awkward. Putting stuff into folders seems a little bit more difficult than with stock Android or even with TouchWiz. So those are a couple things I don't like. I put Nova Launcher on it, and it's doing okay now. I'm not having any issues with it. I haven't had a single hiccup, delay, slowdown, or anything of that nature. You guys hear all the buzzing going on. It's the tablet, my business phone, I should have turned those off. I get to that tomorrow. But like I said, the build is amazing, and that is outshining the launcher. Blink feed is something I just couldn't use. I tried it. I really did. I had a full day to push everything to it. I didn't push social media to it because when I want to see social media, I go to that specific app. But I did put some news stuff there, and I didn't like. I generally don't like RSS feeders anyway. I just don't. They don't interest me. If I want news, I'll go to a couple different places for it. But RSS feeds just they don't do anything for me. So that's pretty much been day 2. What I'm gonna go over tomorrow is the camera and the camera app, and maybe a suggestion if you're having any issues with the camera or the camera app. So that's been my day 2 video. Build quality is awesome. It's amazing. It's great. I don't have a whole lot of other adjectives to describe it. Battery life is still questionable, but I want to give it a couple more days to maybe smooth itself out in the algorithm or however it does once it kind of gets used to where you are. I noticed that the Note 8.0 that I had done previously, after a couple of days, the battery life seemed to improve tremendously. The launcher, I just couldn't get used to it. I didn't like it. So I went to Nova Launcher, and now I'm just not having the issues I was having with some of the quirks. Tomorrow, camera, gallery, and if not tomorrow, I'll do it in 2 days. But I'll get it taken care of. Camera and gallery app, that's what's next. This is Andrew Darling, day 2, 30-day challenge, HTC 1. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the support. Talk to you soon.